Now, what we would do next is that using this data, we should be able to forecast the revenue of the company for future years. So first we will do some analysis of this. First analysis would be vertical analysis of revenue segment data, and the second one would be horizontal, so that we'll get more insights about how numbers are moving. So now say vertical analysis of revenue segment data. Okay. Now again, see, this is a very small line, automotive components and exports. So we will simply club those values here in the automotive components. So I'm just going to fetch those values from here, pick up those values and put them here. So we have total of these two numbers, and once we have these values, control copy, alt ESV, so we have a paste special, and once you have a paste special, alt HDR, so that we don't need that row anymore. Your check is still 0, which means the numbers are still matching. Understood what we are doing here? See, as of now, the revenue built up looks like this. Okay, now please see carefully. These numbers are very small, 4 and 4.8. So I want to club these numbers into this row, not have export revenue separately. So what we are doing here is, we'll say is equal to these values, which is export values, plus the domestic values. And this fashion, have all the 5 values here. Then say control copy. These values are coming from a formula. Come here and then say alt ESV, paste special. Once you've done that, then we don't need this row anymore. So say alt HDR to get rid of the row, and then you have your revenue schedule ready. Is it clear? Okay. So vertical analysis of revenue segment data. What I want you to do is simply copy paste this format as it is. Control copy, Control V, and then simply delete all these numbers except the total number. Delete everything else. Now tell me, how are we supposed to do vertical analysis? We want everything as a proportion of your total, so that it will give us more insights. So is equal to, okay, now the formula please observe carefully, 3325 divided by 4543. Okay, this is your one formula. Now the difficulty with this formula is, if I keep it as it is, what Excel will understand, 4 numbers above me divided by the 4th number below that. Okay, so we need to freeze. If I make a single F4, then irrespective of where I copy, it will keep denominator as C7 itself. We don't want that. When I copy paste on the right hand side in column D, column E, I want it to take values from this row. Therefore press F4 one more time, and now your dollar is in front of 7, meaning of which is we want numbers to be taken up only from the row 7. And once you have this, then simply copy paste everywhere, Control Shift percentage to have it in percentage, Alt 11 to increase decimal, Alt HAC to bring it in the center. These are your total formulas, and since the total is 100, we know we've done it right. Are we done? Is it done? To make it percentage, it should be Control Shift and percentage key. Do you want me to repeat any part again? Salil? Amit? Should we go ahead? Now see, read this carefully. It's giving us a lot of insights. The first insight that we can see is the domestic business of automotive vehicle, which was 84 at one stage, in the last 4 years has been decreasing steadily, and today the proportion of it is only 76%. Whereas the exports business has been increasing steadily every year, and from 11% in 9-10 it has rose to 21%, which means when we model, we have to ensure that we incorporate this trend. Every year the export revenue should grow faster, whereas the domestic revenue shouldn't be growing very faster. The components business has again been decreasing dramatically. From 15% it has become 1.5%, and other is more or less insignificant. Let us build a horizontal sheet now. Similar format, but horizontal analysis. Copy paste the formats as it is, but this time delete the data for total as well. The formats will be there, but the formula of total should be deleted. Now tell me, how should it be done? What is the meaning of horizontal analysis? One year to another year. So we want to see, compared to 9-10, how much revenue grew in 10-11, and then compared to 10-11, how much it grew in 11-12, so on and so forth. So please observe the formula is equal to 10-11 revenue divided by 9-10 revenue minus 1. And then again your job is to only copy paste Alt ESF, I'm just editing my formula, Alt MP to get precedence, and it's being built correctly. So your horizontal analysis is now available. Are we done?